Yeah.
I ain't afraid of you, dead Einstein.
Fuck that guy.
No.
No.
And he made being smart, like, cool.
But he didn't blow nothing up like Oppenheimer did. Shoot. I haven't seen that movie. Anybody seen
I
Oppenheimer?
have not seen Oppenheimer, no.
Yeah.
I saw the Barbie. That was good.
Barbie was great. I thought it was hilarious.
I like that a lot.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
much.
And I don't know. I'm not a
Just
super
different shades of
duper
pink.
duper Chris Nolan guy.
Well,
Jupiter and I have like discussed this for hours and hours and hours. I'm just not. Yeah.
not so much, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I think. It's not
so his big ones are the Batmans, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then did he do 1917?
No, but that's a good film.
I really liked that.
Yeah,
Or
no,
was
that's
it
not wrong. Yeah.
Dunkirk?
He did Dunkirk.
He did Dunkirk.
Yep.
Okay, I
Yeah.
always get those two confused. I like Dunkirk.
And what's
I didn't.
the one that's like Shutter Island but not Shutter Island?
Shutter Island.
Yeah, but it's the other came out the same time.
Sequel to Shutter Island.
Well, the one Inception.
Inception.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
that
That's
one.
right. And did he do that last one, Tenet?
Yeah.
Was that him?
Yep.
That was just like what?
I know. For me, either I'm dumb, which is completely
Possibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Or there just wasn't anything to get. They were just trying to trick us into going, oh,
Yeah.
it's deep, bro. But Interstellar's a real film. I
That
like
was
that
pretty
film.
cool.
Yeah.
I have that movie. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
And Jupe also likes, I think it's Dave Edgars, who did The Viking, The Norseman. And what's the one where it's Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson
On
at
the lighthouse?
Oh man, what the
That was
fuck?
a cult lighthouse.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Oh,
I forget what they were doing.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I'd rather
man.
just take that time and take a nap.
Put it on and fall
Yeah.
asleep with it in the background. Well, I got recognized, guys. I was wearing our town shirt, and somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, are you that guy from that podcast?" And I'm like, "Yeah. What do you think?" And they're like, "Fucking don't quit your day job, bro." I'm like, "Fuck you, mom. Quit picking on me."
Oh,
Sick
poor.
bird.
Anyway, no, that's not true. Mom's not alive, but
Did
no,
somebody actually see you on the block?
no,
Oh, damn.
that would have been fun. No.
I actually asked someone how I did on the Gong Show. I was like, "Were you there?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Wait, was there a Gong Show recently?" And I was like, "Yeah, we did it at the theater." He goes, "Oh, I was talking about the show."
Oh, like
Yeah,
you
but
thought it was
live,
the
man.
TV
Like I was
show
talking
with
about
Mike
the-
Myers and
the Mike
stuff.
Myers one. But
Yeah, was the Chuck? And I know this is completely off topic, but the Chuck Barris, was that in a studio audience or was that all?
Yeah.
canned?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
he did. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Derp.
Yeah, Derp is
Hey,
making an appearance to keep up with his contract. He has to
Yeah.
appear
that's right.
occasionally.
He's just here
on
so he
the
doesn't
show.
get sued.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fine.
I figured
Yeah.
I'd show up because I've been in all the promo pictures.
Yeah, we include him in a lot of our promo shots.
I'm all in
so.
there like ready for the money shot.
Oh, mad. Yeah.
I'm ready for you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh man, are we starting this thing? What?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe that was
Derp,
just
what's
warm
going
up.
on? We're just chatting.
Oof, about a tear to the eye already. We're
There's that music you guys like.
rick-a-dick-doo-doo.
And the theme song from the Holiday Inn out near the airport, right? Kind of feels like the lounge, right? Hey, everybody, and welcome to Our Town Podcast.
Extraordinaire.
Coming to you from the Renton Civic Theater in beautiful downtown Renton. I almost forgot where we were for
No,
a quick
we're
second.
here. We're in the projector.
We're back in the
projector
projector. We
booth.
haven't been up here for a while.
I know. I'd like to say I was missing it.
But you really weren't.
Oh, man, the stage was nice.
Yeah, the stage was great. They didn't really have a whole lot of major productions going on this summer, so recording on Wednesday nights for all Mike stalkers. That's where we're at.
I'm usually on my bicycle.
Yeah. Easier target. But he can get going pretty fast. I've seen him.
Not that fast.
Not that fast. What's going on, guys? How was the week? I haven't seen you this week since the last
we
show,
had the
right?
photo shoot
Since the last, since we did the photo shoot, yeah.
What's been going on?
I got some new movies, and I started watching. Was it Asteroid City? And I was.
What's Asteroid City?
It's a Wes Anderson film. So
Sure.
some weird late 1950s, early 1960s kind of retro thing.
Oh, is that got Billy Crudup in it?
It's got a bunch of
It's got the dude from.
Because it's a Wes Anderson drawing, right?
It's got lots of famous people in it, and I started watching it because of all those people. It's this should be good. These people are in this, and I quickly lost interest in it and started playing on my phone.
Oh, well.
So yeah, it's on. I think I watched it on. I think it's on Max. It's either on Max or it's on Peacock. One of the two.
Okay, I thought it was on Apple. Maybe not. Maybe I saw the promos or something. Anyway, yeah. So you're not a recommended. Not recommending.
If you
it
like
this
Wes
point.
Anderson films, you'll probably get it and understand what's going on.
Name another Wes Anderson. Is he the?
Grand Budapest.
Yes, that's
yeah.
Fantastic
Any
Mr.
of those,
Fox.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah, okay.
Bottle Rockets.
Yep.
Did he also do the
What's the one with Eddie Norton as the Scoutmaster?
Oh yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Isn't Bruce Willis in that too?
He could very well be.
Yeah.
probably, I don't know.
I can't think.
If there was only a way we could look it up.
Yeah,
It's not
but
even
you're,
worth it.
I think your mic's too far away, Todd.
Oh, is it?
Or at least in my headphones. We need more Todd.
More time.
More Todd.
Is that better?
Yes.
More time.
Scoot this back and put this up.
Well, geez, what about you, Mike? Anything exciting and fun and fantastical
Yeah,
in your
well,
world?
I had a great weekend.
Yeah? What was happening?
Married, ran the Tyrannosaurus Rex at Emerald Downs.
Okay, I saw a clip because one of the Renton City Council guys.
Yeah, Ron McGriffin ran it. That guy's fast.
Yeah, he runs a lot.
He does run a lot.
Running in those T-Rex.
Yeah, like the one we had for our photo shoot.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
Right, nice.
But there's some really fast human beings.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
Yeah.
But there were also some people who were just hyping the crowd, having fun, doing like a
That's
dance.
sweet.
Yeah, it was there was a lot of.
How did she get hooked up on doing that?
I think they kind of advertised it. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you had that costume or
She bought it
access
specifically to do this.
you could do it?
So she
Okay.
just kind of
Next year.
wanted
Are
to
those,
do,
are
and
those
then made
costumes expensive?
I didn't ask.
I think they're $100 maybe.
That's expensive.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe
Wow.
60.
I don't know. We're gonna have a talking to.
Mary, that was not on me. I didn't, you
Yeah,
don't watch
no,
this show.
she's on
anyway.
$19.99. 2 for $28.
She got it on. She probably found it on OfferUp.
Yeah, it's a T-Tex or something. It's an
It's not
off-brand dinosaur.
Off-brand dinosaur. There you go.
Frex. But anyway, so that was fun. And then we went to Whidbey Island. for our friend
$39.90,
Mackenzie.
$39.50.
No, all day.
You're good.
Not bad.
Buy one a month.
Yeah.
Gee.
or
Yeah, no, that's
you
the-
could spend
yeah.
the money.
What about the one riding one? That's a way
That
better.
would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's probably just for little kids, but
Well,
I'd
only,
fit that thing.
from
I
90
like that
to 90.
better.
Yeah. At least for running.
I'd be a little claustrophobic in the other one.
Yeah.
But
Oh, man, they're funny, though.
man, was she just sweating balls in that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
grew them first, and then
Yeah.
she started sweating balls.
yeah.
Yeah, it was hot. But it was fun. And then I did a bet, because I, bet at the horse track once every 25 years or so. And so it was like a trifecta box, this, that, and the other thing, my lucky numbers. And I thought it was like a 50-cent bet. So I'm like, okay, so that's like $3.50 or something. It was like 30 bucks.
What?
Yeah. Well,
Jesus.
that's my one bet for the day.
Yeah. For this year,
Yeah, there goes that.
for this decade.
Right?
Yeah, guess we're not getting fries, honey. Because needless to say,
I came across this.
Didn't win.
I came across this video yesterday, and it kind of broke me for a bit. I was like, "No one's that stupid. No one could be that stupid." Let me play this for you guys, and let me see what you guys think. You don't have to see anything, and just listen to what she says. Hold up.
That guys have to go into their doctor monthly to get their foreskin trimmed, just like a monthly haircut. And frankly, I'm pretty outraged at the American school system. Like, these are the things that kids need to be learning in sex
No
ed.
way. That's
Do
not
better.
real.
Today, you're
Does it be better?
I go in and tell the nurse every month, I need just a little trim, just a tiny,
little off the tip.
little off the
Oh, my
top.
God.
Just a
Man,
bit.
no way. There's
Just-
no way that's real.
Just a little bit off the tip. There you go.
No, honey, guys would like to add to it, not subtract from it.
Right. Your reaction is exactly the reaction I had when I first started watching this.
Oh, yeah, no, or there'd be
And I'm-
way more like wealthy rabbis. Like,
They'd be making.
it's like, my tri-weekly bris.
Yeah.
It's like-
Remember the old days when we weren't alive for this, but the guy would push the cart down the street to sharpen knives, right?
Sure.
For all the housewives.
Yeah.
It'd be the
Yeah.
rabbi going.
He's like that.
He's right behind the knife guy.
He's like that, like the guy from the Monty Python Search for the Holy Grail. Bring out your dad.
yeah.
Bring out your dad.
Oh my
But yeah, I
God.
saw that yesterday, and I'm like, oh my! And literally for like an
should have stayed in
hour.
rabbi college.
Was that Marjorie Taylor Greene?
No, it was some blonde chick.
But that's the
TikTok.
thing, and I mean, and I love democracy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this about me. But she has the same vote as you
Yes.
do, as I
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
as Todd does.
Yeah.
But we all bring something to the table. I have to believe it.
Yeah.
I have
Oh my god.
She,
my
she
God.
brings
Maybe she's a great-
her.
person otherwise.
Well, speaking of,
She's a rocket scientist.
No, not at all.
oh, but speaking
Surprises
of
me.
knives, tonight's safe word is meat cleaver.
Meat.
In honor of our top 5 this evening, which is our favorite horror movies. So,
Sure.
anybody
Well,
has any issues, just yell out.
Here's the
meat
video of the girl. I'm not playing the audio again, but that's the girl who said it. I don't know if you guys can.
Very
blonde
attractive
lady on
young
the right
lady.
there.
She's, she looks like Betty from
And
the
that's
Archies.
Yeah, and you just have to sound convincing in this day and age.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
it's like
she-
because everything's a fucking soundbite.
Yeah.
dude.
It,
Right?
it could easily be a troll. It could be. Or she could be from Florida.
Nice.
I don't know, man. Oh man, I don't know. You guys want to hit some headlines?
Whoa.
Speaking of
hit the
trimming,
headlines.
Hit the headlines. Have you guys heard the latest news? And I didn't put this on our sheet, but Yevgeny Prigozhin, what's his name? The guy that headed up
Yeah, I
Wagner.
just saw that. We'll see. I'm curious about this.
Oh,
What is it?
It's gonna be that he got shot down with a Stinger missile, but they'll never friggin' admit it, right? He was the head of the Wagner Group, that big mercenary group in Russia that actually was going to try to overthrow the generals there.
Yeah,
he was
or-
on the march
Yeah.
to Moscow. He's like 30 kilometers from Moscow or something
insane,
crazy.
something fucking bonkers.
So he made
Yeah.
a deal to go to Belarus, and all of his mercenaries
Yeah.
were given the opportunity to go with him, retire, or join the Russian military. But he was going to be like excommunicated, and you're stuck in Belarus. Well, he'd been making regular trips back and forth to Moscow, and his plane went down last night or this morning. So.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe he did fall out of a window. 'Cause that was my prediction. So maybe he fell out of the airplane window on the way down or
Ate
something.
some bad soup and
He
fell out
tripped
of the
and
window.
fell on
Yeah,
the
'cause
control
they-
stick of the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Falling out of a window and eating poison soup is
Yeah.
just being passe, right?
Those,
It's like-
those are the classics.
it's a classic.
He tripped and fell into
Yeah.
a garbage disposal.
No, the Russians don't play. And I couldn't believe that they let him live.
Yeah.
But until, I mean, I don't know. He's also a very rich human being.
Right.
So he can also,
Billions,
he might have shot
right?
that fucker down
Yeah.
and just had some dumbass take his seat.
That could be
Right, it's
yeah,
like-
we haven't seen. He could
Yeah.
be just he got a nice villa on the Black Sea somewhere, and
Maybe he bought Epstein's Island
yeah,
and he's just hanging out there.
it's a good
He's
possibility.
a wealthy, terrible human being.
Gonna go work at Cinnabon in the
Yeah.
Nebraska
Dude,
Omaha Mall.
you know what? Ever since I heard that, what's his name? The comedian who he did a whole bit about Cinnabon too. And,
No.
fuck, I can't remember his name. He was a comedian, got himself into trouble in the Me Too movement.
Chris.
No, not D'Elia. other guy who got in trouble.
No, I don't know. There's so many.
He had a TV show too, and
Louis C.K.?
that's the one.
Yeah, but that was pretty weird, too. Didn't Louis C.K.? He was doing something weird, if I remember.
Yeah, he was like whipping his dick out and
Yeah.
like, jerking off in front of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? That seems...
And freaking, what's his face from Minnesota? Al Franken had to step down because somebody took a picture of him pretending to grab somebody's boobs.
No, it's because
when
he
they
was
were asleep.
being an effective lawmaker.
Yeah.
So people just would have fucking went bonks.
They found it,
And that is dumb.
They
Don't get
found
me
a
wrong.
picture they could use to get him to
Yeah,
quit.
that's not worth getting fired.
No.
You know,
No.
I mean,
not
if-
this day and age.
Apologize, yeah, I can do
if the
better.
president
all that
can
stuff.
like keep his job after getting a blowy from his intern,
Yeah.
why can't he keep?
Or-
Yeah,
you
well, they
know.
did try to impeach him.
Yeah, they tried. They failed, though, right?
Or attacking
Well, I guess
Middle
he did
Eastern
get it.
countries for nothing and
Yeah.
causing
Yeah.
trillions of
Yes.
dollars and
Yeah.
massive death.
Yeah, like the death thing,
Yeah.
right? It's like,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Jesus.
Anyway.
Well, speaking of despots,
but hopefully that guy is dead. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck mercenaries. Fuck
I'm-
him. Fuck him. No way. No way.
Other than him being a thorn in Putin's ass.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That'd be the only thing.
Yeah,
it's worth.
I don't know. I don't know.
Alive. I don't know which is the trade-off, but
Right? Because it's like, I don't know.
But speaking of despots, Trump is back in the news as always. But his IT guy flipped. Have you heard this? This just came out too.
Let me guess. There was something in his emails.
No, so this guy
Nice.
was the Mar-a-Lago IT manager, and he was with Nauta and the other guy. And at first, he testified that nobody approached him about deleting the CCTV footage.
Yeah, no, he changed his
And
testimony.
so he had the same attorney that was hired by Trump's PAC. That was representing Nauta, the other one of the other co-defendants, and so he got rid of that guy, got a public federal defender, and that public federal defender was like, "No, you need to." You need to go ahead and
Be truthful for a minute. Yeah.
and you're facing some serious jail time.
Yeah.
So he recanted his earlier testimony, has now come out and said no, people did approach him about deleting the CCTV footage, which would show people trying
Which
to
would show how
move the
innocent.
boxes
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So not good news for the big orange balloon. So
Well, yeah, because we don't really get rid of evidence that shows how innocent we are.
yeah.
Yeah, and if it's on the internet, it's forever.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Sure.
But and Trump is turning himself in tomorrow. He said he would. They gave him a Thursday deadline, I think.
Oh, I thought it was going to be today, so we could steal the headline
Oh.
from the. Because isn't the
I
Republican?
don't think did he do it? I didn't
I don't
see
know.
him do. Is the debates tonight or
I
tomorrow?
thought it was tonight.
Oh.
Maybe not.
I don't know. He's
This
not
is
attending
Wednesday
the
for all you
debates.
time travelers.
Yeah, you're
no,
all
it's
watching this on Friday, so all this is happened
Yeah.
already. But yeah, he's not attending the debate. He's going to go on Tucker Carlson's YouTube show or whatever Tucker's doing these days,
Yeah.
and to try. I mean, that's going to take away the.
I think that's.
Oh, actually,
yeah.
I think Tucker's on Twitter.
Is he a Twitter?
Yeah.
Tweeter?
Can you have
Or
a
X? He's X.
Yeah, he's an ex-employee.
Can
He
he
is,
do video on that? I wonder.
Yeah, you can. You can
Oh,
stream.
okay.
You can stream
Yeah.
live on.
Oh yeah,
Twitter.
I'm sure.
I've done it a
Or
couple
on
times.
Truth, right? Maybe they have the tech on Truth to do it. Because isn't that Trump brand?
Yeah.
Social media. I don't know.
Truth.social. Yeah, it's
Yeah. But he's going to turn himself in, and Georgia will require a mugshot, will require fingerprints, and for him to post at least a $200K bond, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Which I think you just need 10%
Yeah,
or
right.
something.
I
Something
mean-
like that. Yeah, no, and that's not his money.
No.
It's not going to be a penny. It's
No.
fucking money,
No.
right? It's like,
I don't think he has any money. I think he's
I-
living off of his
It could be.
stupid followers.
yeah, I saw today that Rudy Giuliani has been bugging Trump for money to pay his legal fees because he's several $1 million in debt for his legal fees.
Oh, yeah.
So Trump is going to host a $100,000 a plate fundraising dinner for Giuliani.
oh my God.
He's going to tell Giuliani that it was only $40K a plate.
Nice.
But yeah,
They managed to raise enough money to buy him a new bottle of hair dye.
yeah, probably, maybe.
Oh my God.
But the thought is that you got to start paying Giuliani's legal bills so he doesn't flip, right?
I would think.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
right.
you got to help that brother out
None of
because.
those guys are honest. They're not going to be like, yeah, I got your back, bro.
Yeah.
But none of them have a pack, right? Like the
No, not
Trump
at all.
machine, right?
Yeah.
They're really good at just like
Man, just
bringing money in,
bringing
right? And then
tons of
paying
money.
fines.
Right.
Just, well, you know, they get fined for this or busted for that or this, that, and the other thing. It's just like pay it
Doesn't
out.
come out of Trumpy's pocket.
Yeah.
And I'm sure wherever he goes and travels around the world, doing his, campaign stops and stuff like that, I'm sure the PAC pays for all that.
I would sure think.
But even if it's not a campaign stop, they're still probably paying for his.
Yeah, except the security. That's us. We pay for
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah,
And
we
it's like,
take care of that for sure.
Forever.
Jesus, God. Well, in other news, did you see that India is trying to land a robot on the moon's south side?
on the side that has water,
Right, yeah.
potentially.
And my understanding is that they've tried before, and the Russians have tried to do this, and it's all failed. So
Yeah.
I don't know when.
So
That's where the
India is-
Transformers live.
India is joining the space race.
They've been at it for some
they've
time.
been at it for a long time, but they're just trying to land a robot and I don't know if they're going to plant a little Indian flag or something.
I don't know.
Thank you. Come again.
Fun, but yeah.
Sorry, that was my really bad
Yeah, yeah,
impression
yeah, yeah.
of Apu from
Well,
Simpsons.
yes.
But yeah, I mean, this is where the mineral rich area, right? There's the water and
yeah, I think water probably.
yeah, okay.
But that's, I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
huge.
because we've had satellites on the backside bouncing, radars and such off, or spectrograms or whatever the spectrographs or whatever
Yeah.
it is, right? You bounce light off and tells you basically what's down there, but
But that's huge too. If they
No,
ever,
it's
if
huge.
we ever
Yeah.
man the moon, right?
yeah,
Put
because
a-
you can't just like
you
drive
can't just haul
around.
water
Yeah,
up there, right?
Oh my god.
I mean, you can recycle water so much, but you got to get it there first, right?
Yeah.
Right.
How many billions
It's
of
way
dollars
better
would
if
it
it's already up. there,
cost to get a couple gallons of
and
water?
isn't there like hydrogen 3 or some crazy fucking molecule that makes up part of the dusty, crusty, right? So
Right.
It's a fascinating place. It really
Yeah.
is because it's a lot like Earth.
Just smaller and
Yeah.
dustier.
Just smaller and a lot more dust everywhere.
Yeah.
A little more
Because a lot of that stuff burns up before it gets to Earth.
Yeah.
Right? And just ends up being, except for really dense shit, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of that
So-
lighter space that's just, hydrogen derivatives, et cetera, the light stuff just wouldn't make it to Earth.
Right. Yeah. When's the last time? I know it was the 70s. The last time we had a manned mission
That was
there,
it.
right? But
Yeah.
didn't Japan or something just recently? I thought somebody just
China
said,
was
"Oh
one.
no, did Japan just circle the moon?"
Maybe
and
they
do
did something like that. Yeah, I don't think anybody's set foot on there since.
Not SIF,
Yeah.
but even
Yeah.
like robots or
Yeah.
rovers or
no, I'm
anything.
sure we've sent some kind
Yeah.
of probes, right?
Maybe.
I would think it's interesting that we didn't, because that's an obvious place. Unless we just have a space station,
Yeah.
right, just completely independent. That seems like a very logical place,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
you can. It's easier to go from there, right? Just to make a base out of it, right?
Yeah, because the gravity.
The gravity's a sixth or whatever. And it's like, and there's a bunch of raw materials there.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause you'd have to go get that shit from somewhere and bring it to your space station.
And you
right?
could
It's
set
like-
up better telescopes from there too, right? Not
would
just
think, right,
not
yeah.
just visual ones, but
Yeah.
radio.
I would think. Although we're doing that with satellites anyway.
Because don't we have like the atmosphere here? Kind of.
We do, but
Plus-
that's why, a lot of satellites are already doing that.
That's true. Yeah.
You don't necessarily need a home base.
Yeah, but we could put large lasers on there. And
Yeah, man,
take
and
care
shoot
of-
fucking asteroids and just choo, 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 just like the game, dude. Atari was right all along. It's like,
Good on you, Atari.
I know.
Jeez.
See?
Atari's
that's how I
Atari's got a
make
new
my
game system
international
out, too.
policy.
Yeah.
Came out like a year or so back to I can't remember the name of the damn thing, but it's a new Atari system. It's like $400,
Huh.
and it runs it plays like all the classic Atari games, but then you can also play other games on it too because it's an Android operating system.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah,
And I'm still waiting for them to fund the probe of Uranus, but
Classic.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Hey,
Yeah.
here's a question for you guys.
And watch The Expanse, everybody. I've brought this up many times.
I've been meaning to.
I had it set
all I
on
know.
my watch list, but I've never got.
It's
around to
good
watch
stuff, I'm telling you.
I've got one more season of Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah.
One more season of The Wire.
Right on.
Trying to get-
I've never watched Wire, but a Better Call
You know,
Saul is a rough
everybody
last
lists
season.
The Wire
bro.
is like a top 5 show,
Yeah.
and it's good, but it's not like I'm not wowed by it.
right.
But it's a good show. It's a good show.
Let me ask
No
you
Hill
guys,
Street Blues.
what platform do you think we're listening to the most as far as the audio podcast goes? I know.
I'm guessing Spotify,
Spotify?
but
TM.
Actually, you know what? We have
Spotify.
in the last 30 days, 16% of the listeners are on Spotify, 55.3 are on iPhones.
what? So Apple?
Apple. Yeah.
Really?
Interesting. Well, look at our intellectual crowd.
Yeah, and then we have
So
majority of our
artsy.
we have listeners from Germany, United
What?
Indonesia, France, Ireland, India
On iPhones?
on the
Jeez, we're big in Indonesia, bro. I knew it. Stoked. Thank you. Thank you, Indonesia.
using the Spotify host versus the YouTube channel.
Well, that's great. And is that France right there?
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on.
Yep, that's France.
Germany.
The UK.
Yep. If you tap on the individual, they'll show you what cities are listening or what states.
Well,
and then cities.
welcome to all you guests.
I know. Geez, all
over the
Thank you
world.
very much. But
So,
especially,
like,
yeah, that's
the top
great.
two cities
If you're
in
in Renton, I got it.
Yeah,
right.
the top 2 cities is Seattle and Renton. For as far as
Because we really are on the top 3 blogs, vlogs, and podcasts about Renton, right? We got to be top 10,
What is
right?
there, like maybe 3 here?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just
man.
want to say that the sun never sets on our town podcast. That's why we're
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
and then
Nationwide.
next to Washington, Virginia. Somebody in Virginia likes us.
Right on.
Actually, a bunch of people. So there's Ashburn, Newport News,
I don't
Fairfax,
know anybody in Virginia.
Edinburgh, and,
I guess we do now. We're on our way. Do you have a pool?
and I can see. I can
So
see.
like, get into your underwear.
I know somebody near
sweating.
Virginia. They're in Maryland, but
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
maybe. Dave,
Device-
if that's you, thanks for listening.
Yeah, that's great.
In the last 30 days, 60% of people are on iPhone, 22% are on Android, 5% are on a Mac, 5% is also on a smart speaker, and then in Windows is 3%.
Well, why don't one of you beautiful people comment? Let us know where
let
you're
us know
from
what's
and
going on, yeah.
what you enjoy about the show.
Yeah.
You guys can you can answer the Q&A thing on the Spotify app, or you can go to our come to our social medias and send us a message or whatever.
Send us some message.
We're here for the derp and only the derp.
The derp. That's what they're after.
Derp.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that Kid Rock was spotted drinking a Bud Light in Nashville?
No, but that's.
You know what? After
my
the whole
God.
Bud Rock,
Yeah, is it on film? Did somebody?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
well, they took a
that's-
picture of
yeah.
him on a balcony.
Yeah.
Probably on
his,
Beale or
his
on-
bar in Nashville serves Bud Light. And
Yeah, and he's
Oh, yeah,
so full of
that's why
shit.
it's all performative.
It's
right?
all-
and
yeah.
it's not just right wingers who are performative, right? But
Yeah.
it annoys
mostly them,
the
though.
shit out of
It's
me
mostly
right
them.
now. Yeah, but not only, and it just annoys me. It's like, let's be truthful in action and word, people.
Right. Yeah.
Right. It's like. And just a little more even keeled. It's like we're on a rock in outer space, floating the fuck around, people. It's like, I don't give a fuck what kind of beer you drink. We should all be terribly grateful that there's clean water, food, and beer anytime you want it. Anytime.
Right.
Anytime. It's like, chill.
Yeah. Yeah. Chill.
But who's drinking Bud Light?
Sit down and drink your milk.
Right, there's a lot
I
of
think
different
it-
beers on this planet,
There's
man.
a ton of beer.
Come on,
Why
why is
waste it
anybody
on Bud
drinking
Light?
or any of those just
shit.
corny?
Isn't Bud Light a cheap beer? Isn't
I
it?
don't. I bet it's not.
Isn't it like
that.
I mean, it's not as cheap as probably Coors or PBR or something like that.
But yeah, isn't it? But isn't it just like a cheap, watered down alcoholic beverage?
It's just it's
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not a beer
it's
guy.
a
so I don't-
mass-produced
It's just a mass-produced thing.
beer, and it's not. There's no artisan in it.
People really got bent out of shape that one can was created and was given to that
Yeah, did they
influencer.
create like a 6-pack? Of
No,
cans?
it's just a
Single can?
I think it was a single can. It wasn't even like a 6-pack.
I don't know.
With her face on
and
it.
they're a private company, so what they do with their money is their own fucking.
And the
right.
thing is what was
Thing,
really
right?
fucked up is when all that shit kind of came down, they kind of stepped back and says, "Yeah, That's all on her.
Just saying, Bud Light, Coors, PBR. If you want to make an Our Town podcast,
Oh yeah, no, all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'll change my tune immediately. Bro.
I'm
you
not
send
a
us
beer
some money,
guy,
I'll
but
be. Oh yeah, I'll
not a
get one of
beer
those hats.
But if Captain
with the,
Morgan, if Captain Morgan wants to put her face on a
one.
bottle, I'll buy that shit.
Yeah. Or Jones Soda, if you're listening.
Oh, that'd be
or,
great.
Anybody, really.
Yeah. Jones Soda, and you
Send us stuff. We're happy to
send us a
Yeah.
case of your
everybody loves to get
bacon
mail.
your bacon soda. I'm sure they have bacon soda. I'm sure of it.
turkey gravy.
No,
I
I don't
just
want
wonder
any
where
more.
these
I don't want any
flavors
more of that
come
turkey
from.
gravy shit. That was
Yeah.
absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, and it's just
It really was.
because it's not quite turkey gravy. You know what I mean? It's just enough to where the mind
It
is
was-
like it's a lie at all accounts.
It's like it's the flavor they put in whatever it is they make the gravy out of.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Can you imagine the guy in the lab trying to?
so close, so close.
I'm at dirty feet. I just need a little more, a little more time.
Tim,
Oh my God.
it smells like it smells like athlete's foot and
man.
weed. Can you please stop smoking while you're working?
Jeez.
Rough.
Jeez. Well, did you guys hear that here in the beautiful state of Washington,
Nope. Every second.
San Juan County,
Oh, geez, I was
one of the
yeah.
smallest counties in Washington, adopted a 32-hour work week, a 4-day work week for its employees.
Oh, geez, so all the county employees.
They still get paid. All
Yeah.
the county employees, they still get paid as if they're working a
like
40.
4 dudes.
It might be.
It's probably 2
It might
people.
be.
Because I mean, let's
There's a
be fair.
sheriff, right?
That's
So it's
gotta be.
that's
Although
that's
that might be
San
a
Juan.
different contract
That's just
altogether.
San Juan Island. I think. I don't think that includes other islands.
I don't know the answer.
I think
maybe Orcas.
Yeah.
Maybe Orcas, but I think
Because
it's
there's island counties out there too, and I often get confused
right.
where one starts and stops. But God bless them.
Yeah.
Right? In this
They
day and
live in a
age,
small county,
yeah,
but
for
they
them.
want
Yeah.
work-life balance for their employees. They say
yeah,
it makes it
32 is
productive because if
plenty.
you know you got to get your work done in 4 days,
Oh, yeah.
you're going to get it done in
No,
4 days
so,
and take
of
your
course.
3 days off.
Of course. And how come that's not even a somewhat empty promise by the overlords?
Right.
They're like, we're going to get us to a 3-day work week someday, people.
Right.
Let's just keep
going the way you're going.
Nose to the grindstone. Your great
We couldn't
grandkids might only have to work 30 fucking hours a week. Here's a pittance.
They couldn't even get us working from home after the
Yeah.
pandemic, right?
Oh,
They're trying
man.
to get us back into the office. Well, not my
Yeah.
company, but
Yeah. Well, did you guys see that Ahsoka is now on Disney Plus?
it starts tonight.
Are
right?
those already written and
Yeah, they
Okay.
just released the first 2 episodes.
but
I think,
everything's
yesterday.
already, so they're not breaking the strike
No.
Okay.
No. These were all created and produced and everything and
before all that
all that happened.
Yeah, because that's still happening.
Yeah. Are both of them happening? SAG and WAG? What is it? WAG and SAG? What is it?
SAG-AFTRA.
SAG-AFTRA?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know about
Well,
that.
I'm Writers Guild. I don't know. I'm not positive, but any of them. I mean, I'm with them.
Yeah.
Right. Because they've been short end of the stick.
I've
since
been
day one,
rewatching.
right?
I've been rewatching Star Wars Rebels to kind of like
Oh yeah.
get myself primed up for watching the live action version of all those characters come, on the show.
So are they... is this show going to be after her time with Grogu?
Yes.
Or is... Okay, so this is a continuation of that. It's not going back in time.
I don't think so. No, I mean at this point, I think it's after the events of the Mandalorian
Yeah, I
and,
think
and
you're right.
Book of Boba Fett.
And who's the baddie?
Thrawn.
Thrawn? Is that
Oh,
going to
man.
be
Yeah,
the baddie?
yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
That's cool. And some older guy with a red lightsaber.
That's Ray Winston. No, there was the guy who played
Is he from Rebels though? Was he a
that
villain in
character,
Rebels? Or
I
is he a
don't
new
remember
guy?
him from
Oh, all
anything
right.
else.
So he might be a
But
new.
that's the guy who
character.
played Frank Castle in Punisher War something.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that
He-
Winstone?
No, it was a different Ray. But he recently passed away too, like in the last
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Stevenson.
Stevenson, yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah,
So the baddie in Ahsoka died.
yeah.
Now that's dedication.
One of the baddies. In fact, at the end of the first episode, it says this is for Ray.
Oh, geez, there you go.
Nice.
And speaking of, I think Ray Park.
Ray Park,
It's his birthday today.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's
Nice.
Yeah.
I met that guy. He's really short.
Sure, he's a good martial artist.
I was not expecting him to be like 5'4", 5'5". He's tiny.
Yeah, he's still
And-
working.
And I legit thought he was they used his. I thought they used his voice in the movie. They did not. It was a different. It was Peter Serafinowicz who did the voice in the.
And that's Maul, right?
As Maul, and then in Rebels and in Clone Wars, it was somebody else, and he was actually at SummerCon last year.
And then where
Not
did
this year,
we?
but last year.
And then was he at the end of Han Solo? Where was he at the end?
Yes,
of
that was
something? Okay.
that was Ray Park at the end of Solo. I really hope they do more of that because I want to see more of what happened
is
to
that
Maul.
dead?
Huh?
Is that dead, do we think?
Solo? I haven't heard anything as far as like.
Yeah.
I know that people want them to do another sequel.
Cool Star Wars.
No reason not to do it.
I would love to see more of Han Solo and Chewbacca. To be perfectly honest, I don't care if it's not the
Do you mean
original
naked,
actors.
Todd?
No. Shut up, Mike. I told you that in confidence.
Well, I think Chewie is naked, right? Those aren't pants. I don't think.
You know what's funny is I saw a thing yesterday.
Hey, what if they were? He's wearing pants. That's not at all what his legs look like.
I actually saw a thing
They're like
yesterday that
chaps.
shows a picture of the Redwood Forest near San Francisco where they filmed Endor, and apparently they told him not to wander away from the set because
People think he's Sasquatch.
Yeah.
It's Bigfoot, Mom.
Start taking shots at
I
him.
mean,
That's how they sounded. San Francisco.
one of the funniest memes I ever saw was somebody
Nailed
put his bullet belt on the photo of the real Sasquatch, the one that's walking through the woods.
Oh,
They put his bullet belt on him, and
That's fun.
or
That
whatever.
might be a good Halloween costume. You could
Actually,
just like
yeah.
shave your head
Yeah.
and just wear like briefs and you put the little satchel on. Say, somebody shaved.
I actually legit saw a woman. Oh my god! What the hell was
I
that?
don't know. I pulled on my cord.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, I was
Okay, I was like, what happened?
moving. Stop it, Mike. Stop it.
What? Do you,
I don't know. One end or the other.
is it coming unplugged?
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know.
This? I think it might be this.
It's the cable, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe we should swap out cables.
That breaks something.
No, it's good.
Oh, better now.
Just don't bump the mic
Oh,
stand
it's my
again.
radioactive
Yeah.
Saliva.
So what were we saying before?
Time to fire some interns.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I saw a
rough on 'em.
cosplayer dressed as a female Chewbacca, but she was wearing like a bikini top. So it was like she had like fuzzy boots on, and she had like the belt going across her chest, but she had like it was like the
Princess Leia. No, that's a great combo.
It was like the Princess Leia.
What if Princess Leia was Wookiee?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so it was like the slave Leia outfit, but
Yeah.
with like fur on it.
Nice.
It was so funny.
Nice.
Yeah,
Right
Jabba's a jerk.
Jabba's a
Yeah.
yes. He's like Harvey Weinstein.
No, he is kind of.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys want to talk some history during this week of ours? I've got a few that happened this week in history.
Sure.
All right. Well, back in 79, just 0079, was when Mount Vesuvius erupted and Pompeii was buried. So I think they're still finding like
So
mummified
not
remains.
1979, but the
No,
year 79.
Year 79.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, everything's very well preserved, right?
Very well preserved, yeah. And there was another town called Herculaneum.
Yeah.
Might be like a neighboring village or something. I never heard that. I just always knew about Pompeii.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I wonder how many people actually lived there at the time.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go deep dive. I just
Vesuvius just sounds dangerous.
thought- It does.
It's
doesn't
like,
it?
yeah.
Don't go up there. It's like Mount Doom.
Yeah, no, it's just like, fuck, why are we living
There's
here?
little hairy-feeted people trying to throw rings into the...
It's always the hairy foot.
Couldn't get there, damn it. In 1560, and I learned about this guy in astronomy class.
Yeah, that's just a good
That's
outfit.
a nice outfit
Yeah.
anyway. But
Parade.
1560, Tycho Brahe experienced the solar eclipse that happened on August 21st, 1560, and was greatly impressed by the fact that it had been predicted.
Oh, there you go.
right?
Astromechanics.
And that began
Yeah.
his interest in astronomy.
Yeah.
So he went on to write a bunch of books, and he created a bunch of like sextants and stuff to measure. I think that's mostly his claim to, his claim to fame is that he died because his bladder burst. And the issue was, back in those days, if you were invited to a party, it was extremely rude to leave the party if the host was still in the room. So he liked to drink, and as a drinker does, he drank too much wine, and the host wouldn't leave, and his bladder burst, and he died a few days later from the infection and stuff. So,
Fucking metal,
just
though.
how
You know what
crazy
I mean?
is that?
It's like, oh
right?
yeah, it's like I won't lose face. I'm just,
Hey, at least
I don't
he
know. I
can,
would just fucking piss on the floor, dude. That's
he can honestly say he didn't die of alcoholism anyway.
Yeah, well,
You know?
He'd sepsis. It's
yeah, it's a pretty brutal
bummer.
way to go.
Wow, that is. And maybe he had, underlying causes, just like with COVID. They're like, well, what about the underlying causes? It's not the burst bladder and the infection from the bacteria. No way.
Yeah, shouldn't have had that
Yeah.
second glass of Chardonnay.
Yeah. Oh man.
It was the seltzer he was drinking. That's what did it.
Yeah, that's what got him.
And what
It was
today
the
in
Bud Light.
Today in history is the day William Wallace was put to death.
Oh, I did not come
in
across that.
1330.
Really? Yeah, that's about right.
Freedom.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked just like Mel Gibson.
Only tall.
But yeah, man. I mean the Brits were bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And that movie's all bullshit too, anyway. But the Braveheart, it's a fun,
Sure.
fun movie, but the
Yeah.
history of it is all
Yeah,
wrong.
just
But I mean, the Brits were bad.
the Brits were.
I mean, that's
yeah.
that might,
yeah.
that movie aside.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they wrote shit down, so we know exactly how bad
We
they
know
were.
what happened,
Right?
yeah. Well, in 1831, Nat Turner began his
wow.
slave rebellion this week.
Wow.
So, and it was quickly put down. I don't think it was just a matter of days.
Probably.
I don't think it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
long
No,
time.
no.
But he was
Howard
friggin'
doesn't like that.
gnarly killed, and people basically skinned him and made like trophies out of his body. It's just fucking brutal.
Oh,
Just
man.
gnarly. Made
barbarism.
purses and wallets.
what year was that again?
1831.
So would you say that just one more time? So the brutality involved here.
1831.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Not that long ago, yeah. It would be another 30
until the
years,
Civil
35
War, yeah.
years before, 30 years before the Civil War.
Yeah, that's a lot of
And when was
madness in
Juneteenth,
between.
right? That's
66 or something.
66. So, yeah, we're talking
Yeah, 'cause
crazy
I don't
amount
think it
of
was officially declared over until.
Yeah.
Is it Andrew Johnson? Who was right after?
Andrew Johnson, yeah. In fact, that's on here. 1866, President Andrew Johnson formally declared the Civil War over this week. So 1866. But 2 years before that, 1864, the first Geneva Convention. And you all hear about, like in war movies and stuff, you can't kill us because of the Geneva Convention. Well, the very first one was held this week in 1864.
Oh, jeez.
12 nations sort of ratified it, and U.S. was in the middle of its own civil war, so we didn't have delegates there. It didn't even look like the U.K. was one. It was like all these weird little kingdoms in Europe were all signing on to it. But
Yeah, I could see that because they were also back and forth at war for a long time.
yeah,
Yeah, no, and all the soldiers like,
and it was basically how to treat wounded soldiers on the battlefield.
but I bet also officers.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
right,
I'm
right.
sure.
They're not doing
I'm
it
sure.
for some
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
grunt
yeah.
cook with chlamydia, right? They're doing it for
Why is it always the cooks that got clubbed?
No, well,
Come on, Mike.
The follow up to that is not the drunk major
Right,
with
yeah.
chlamydia. Related case, you be the judge.
Yeah, exactly. Same strain. Visiting the same.
Well, I'm glad that at least somebody began talking about that, right? So,
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. War is
War is
awful.
shit. Awful.
Awful. Shit.
1927, Sacco and Vanzetti were executed this week for the Haymarket stuff, right? Yeah.
In which they may or may not have done, right?
We'll never know, probably, right? Yeah. I remember studying them in
for sure.
school. But in 1940, speaking of people's socialist labor guys, but Leon Trotsky died a few days before this. In 1940, an assassin killed him tried to kill him with an ice axe
or an ice pick or something.
Pick,
yeah. There's a punk rock band called Trotsky's Ice Pick.
That's great.
Yeah, but he did. The dude got him. A number of times, but he still grappled him and threw him out a window or some
crazy shit.
Maybe that's where the Russian window tossing.
And he was old
sport
by
first
then,
began.
right?
He was.
Yeah.
But very cantankerous. I imagine.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because he had split with Lenin in the early days of the revolution.
And
right?
Lenin sent the assassin, right?
Yeah, they try. All kinds of shit.
And
but
Yoko Ono too, I bet, huh?
It's always Yoko.
Always Yoko.
I'll drink to that.
And finally, 1959, Hawaii, which I love a lot, becomes our 50th state this week in 1959.
Peace to Maui.
Yeah.
And Hawaii.
God damn. And
it got worse, right? I think the number of people found or something.
It's hundreds, thousands even.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I saw a thing yesterday where they were... maybe I mentioned this last week. I can't remember if I did, so stop me if I did. That people are real estate agencies are calling up people who've lost their homes.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Trying to buy their property at lower prices and shit.
Fuckers.
Yeah, that's awful.
That is straight up the worst thing I've ever fucking heard. These people
preying on people's.
Yeah, they're worried about finding family members or whatever, and
what happened to their home?
Lost their home and they're homeless now and whatever else, and then some assholes we'll buy your property at
bad.
Pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No motherfuckers. All right. Well, that's what I had for history of this week. This week in history.
This week in history.
We did come across somebody needing advice. If you guys are willing to hand out.
Yeah. So what's the
did we
story
really
behind
get
this?
someone asking us a question?
Yes.
Oh, geez. Well, that's very
wink,
kind.
Wink, nudge. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Somebody asking for advice because the three of us have a little over 150 years of living.
Oh my God, that is painful. My kidneys.
Yeah, I know. It's 150 years of living, not including Derp. How long has Derp been around?
About a year.
Okay, so we're still about 150.
God, Derp.
I could get him to read this if you want.
Yeah, if you want to.
I recently met an extremely attractive, friendly, cool person who I could see him being in a long-term relationship with, even marrying.
Dun, dun, dun.
The only problem, and I wasn't sure about this, but spending more and more time with them is they are a racist, not explicitly, but rather a subtle compliments and mannerisms towards folks of a different race. Should I get past this or try to make them change?
So rather in subtle comments and matter. So I don't know. It doesn't say what race they are. It doesn't say.
Well, I mean, if they're racist, they're probably white.
No,
anybody can be a racist.
I mean,
I've known African American folks that are racist.
Well, no, there's a difference
Asians
between racist and being bigoted. There's a difference.
Well, I don't know. The only in the United States right now, typically only policy that is racist is made by white people, but but anybody can be
sure.
You know what I mean? It means by what does the word mean? Let's make terms first, right? It means that you're presupposing shit about humans of different melanin content.
I think that just if you're not white and you're hating on something, it's just being a bigot. Because I like fucking Caitlyn Jenner, she's bigoted towards other trans people and gay people in general.
Huh. I don't know much about Caitlyn.
Yeah, but that's not a race thing either. Because racist is specifically, just about the lowest hanging fruit, because it's just how somebody looks, right?
Yeah.
Something that's what it's based on,
But I think if this person is legit low key racist and they're making backhanded compliments and just things that are generally speaking like not looked upon as favorably, I say that you can just try correcting them. Say, hey, that's not cool. We can't say things like that anymore. That's not cool towards that group of people.
Do you try for a while? Kind of, is that what you're saying?
I'm saying if they go, oh shit, I'm sorry, and then they correct themselves, then yeah, stick around. But if they go, well, fuck that noise, then yeah,
I guess that's the litmus test, right?
Kick their ass to the curb if they don't agree with not saying that kind of shit anymore.
Or you compromise a lot of yourself. Because let's just say that they agree, to say, hey, I don't talk like that. Right? So why would we talk like that in the house or whatever? It's okay, I won't talk like that in the house. It doesn't mean that their mind has changed.
Right.
Yeah. It just means that now it's hidden. You know what I mean? It's
that's
like,
true.
And I would, if you're in a relationship with them, unless they're fucking banging. All right, let's be honest. But,
yeah, I mean, they did say extremely attractive, friendly, and cool.
Is it worth it? Because, 6-time felon, 3 of those being like grievous bodily harm, but man, the sex is
a little light B&E.
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't even be friends
no way.
be friends with someone who's like that, let alone want to screw them. No,
I just find it to be so racism and just that type of internalized shit so ugly that I just can't get past it. I just can't. It drives me fucking bonkers because it's the lowest hanging fucking.
It really is.
If you want to hate humanity, there's dozens of subjects.
This also sounds like it might be one of those people like, oh, calm down, it's just a fucking joke.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, I mean, some things just you don't joke about. If someone is not okay with it, then you don't fucking make those kinds of jokes around it.
And that's the problem, too, 'cause
although you can joke just about it. I mean, it's context. It's context.
It's how you present it. You can make a topic funny depending on how you present it. But if your presentation is punching down, then it's not cool.
Yes.
Punching up, different than punching down.
And real humor is not racist.
No, it's not.
Right. It's different. And I think that's not what this person's talking about.
No, I don't think that. I think this person might be like our age or a little bit older. If they probably don't spend a lot of time around people of color, of any kind, whether it be black or dark skin.
Maybe they do. I mean, I knew racist people that were quote unquote friends, and I had to finally cut them off just because they're just I can't be around that shit.
Yeah, no, I
even
agree
people
with that.
because back in the day, I used to laugh at people that would look different, like they would wear something stupid or they had a dumb haircut or something like that.
Well, that's totally different.
Well, I mean, but as I've matured,
you don't have a mullet, so you're okay.
Well,
as I have matured, I find it not as funny and I don't know.
Same.
It's just not as awesome to make fun of some way somebody.
In my
looks.
20s, I would make fun of people with the way they dressed or looked or music they listened to.
Might be heavy set, might be too skinny, whatever it is. It's just it's not worth.
There's other avenues for comedy.
Yeah,
I've said things.
Gazillions of them.
I've said things about heavy people and skinny people, over the years, and now that I'm a heavy person, I didn't used to be. I kind of grew up kind of skinny. Those kinds of comments are, they don't feel great when you hear them. When someone says, you could stop eating. I was like, I don't eat that much to begin with, dude. So fuck off.
Yeah, and mind's your fucking business.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I have a black belt in minding my fucking business.
Yeah,
right.
That's something I'm working on myself.
I'm just not. I don't know.
But yeah,
and the Chris Rock, Will Smith thing, I was most disappointed because Chris Rock is a professional comedian.
Right.
It's what he has done for 40 fucking years. And he's doing appearance jokes.
Right.
He's doing look jokes. What the fuck, Chris?
Yeah.
Come on, that's the lowest, dumbest fucking humor.
That is.
It's too easy. It's dumb.
Yeah.
It
really is.
I don't know. If somebody can get by with somebody being a racist and be in a relationship with them, then you're kind of racist.
Yeah. Here's the thing: is if you can actually change their mind and educate them to do something, then great.
But I think that also in a relationship that sets a dangerous tone in your own mind. Thinking that A, it's okay to change somebody and not love them for who they are. B, that it's possible to change another human being.
I don't think it's changing someone. It's educating them in that, like, hey, this may have been okay like 30 plus years ago, it's not okay today. You can't
Yeah,
make
but what
these
if they
kinds
have
of
a
jokes.
deep-seated,
And if-
I don't know, I don't know. I'm not sure what everybody's roots for being racist might be, because everybody's a different
It could
being,
it
right?
could
But,
be from just
yeah.
ignorance of other groups of people. I don't like saying race because we're all fucking human, but because it's not like we're Neanderthals
or
and they're
separate
like fucking
species and shit. It's
yeah.
so dumb.
Yeah, I don't even like the terms race, because
But-
we're all human. But
Agreed,
the
but-
point is like, if you tell them, hey, that is socially not acceptable, you can't say shit like that anymore, and they're like, oh man, I didn't realize, because they don't spend a lot of time around people of color or whatever they're.
If they can really check, but I think Mike was like, when he said earlier that you never really know. They might just say, oh, okay, I can't say that around you
Yeah.
anymore,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's still in my head. But then you also got to think,
But put me
okay,
in your will.
and we don't know if this is 2 males, 2 females, boy and girl. We
Right.
don't know if they're talking kids at some point.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's always a potential,
You know,
right? Any kind of long-term relationship, it
if-
just
Yeah.
equals entanglements,
Right.
Right?
I
Is
mean,
that the
if-
word that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It depends
But
on
it's
how
the
old
word.
these people are. I mean, if they're our age,
92.
if they're in their 50s, they should know better. if
Willow's nursing facility. I don't know. No, it doesn't say.
I'm just saying, if they're our age or older, then they should definitely know better.
I guess, but I don't know. Maybe they really
How about, I mean,
Or
haven't
they-
had a lot of luck with love. There's a lot of other variables.
There's-
And
I mean,
again, it just is what our tolerance is for things. For me, I'd rather date, would I, in alcohol, I'm way past dating, right? It's like, I'm in a committal relationship. But somebody who drank a lot or somebody who was a racist.
Yeah.
I'd go with somebody who drank a lot.
I would honestly, if the
Racist, I
choices
think.
were those two,
I
I
don't
would
know.
not.
is that the best we can do, folks?
That's like Democrat or Republican.
Plenty
It's like a
o'
great
fish.
alcoholic or racist piece of shit.
You know what? I'm not going to vote at that point.
Sophie's choice.
If those are my choices, I'm not voting.
Mother.
Seriously, I would rather be single than be with a
there's a lot of
racist
really-
or an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I won't do
Yeah.
I won't deal with either one.
And I don't think you would have to, Todd, because there's a lot of quality human beings out
There
there.
really is,
right?
yeah.
I would just say find something that you're interested in, and go to events or clubs, or start an event or start a club
Yeah.
that's in that subject area.
Yeah.
Right. If you're into chess, go to a chess club.
Yeah.
If you're a writer, go to a writers group. If you're into opera, go to an opera.
Easier,
right?
starting a group to do things is easier said than done. I tried
Nude
getting
Jello wrestling.
I tried getting people to
Now you're talking.
play games online, just to meet up and, be on like a voice chat server and then play board games or whatever using like online games or whatever. And I got like 4 people total to show up one time.
Yeah.
And then
no, it's a pain in the ass. Oh no, we threw a gong show. It's like pulling teeth to get motherfuckers out of their homes.
Right?
It is.
And we were
I'm
giving
not
away
saying-
prizes.
Yeah, I know. So in being alone and or lonely is difficult and
Yeah.
painful.
Yeah,
right?
I
so
say-
please don't feel that. Whoever this person is, don't feel alone, because you're not alone.
No.
You're not alone.
you don't need to settle.
But I
because they're-
understand
you
that
don't-
feeling can exist, right? And it's not always a pleasant feeling.
You don't
I
need
love
to,
it.
You don't
though,
need to settle
for myself
just
personally.
because, hey, they're gorgeous, but they're a bit of a racist. No, you don't need to settle because, there are better people out there for you.
Sure.
You don't have to
Yeah.
settle because.
Hit it and quit it. No.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
but I don't know.
I mean, if that's
Yeah.
if that's the one time you would do a hit it and quit it, that would be it. I would fuck
Oh, yeah,
the
no,
shit out of her,
No,
and then
no,
don't
no.
ever call her again because
Could be him.
hurt them, whatever. It doesn't really matter if
Yeah.
you want to fuck them because they're gorgeous.
Yeah, or I guess if you're committed and through some long family tradition,
Yeah.
like an arranged marriage or something, then just develop a kink
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, I think if you need someone who
but
has,
you can't change your partner, nor should you.
I get
change
the
your
lust,
partner,
man. I
right?
get the lust. You got an attractive, friendly, cool person that's probably fun
Yeah.
to be around, and you're in that butterfly stage,
Sure.
and you're going gaga and stuff. But man,
This-
that's gonna knot you
This-
your
this-
entire life unless they can sort of really show growth and depth.
Yeah,
right?
but they can't. That's not something you would discuss. Right? Not,
This,
I don't
this
think.
falls
I don't
in
know.
line
It's
with
really
those.
different.
There was a meme that was going around. She's a 10, but and it lists off a thing that is absolutely terrible, and it's like, she's a 10, but she's a racist. Do you still go for it? She's a 10, but she has a third leg,
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah. I don't know. And I mean, obviously, everybody's got their
So
own.
therefore, she's not really a 10, period.
standards and
So
stuff.
is what you're
That's
saying.
kind of the thing. And that's not necessarily
And the whole rating
relationship
system.
material. Like, if you're looking at somebody as a 1 through 10 or whatever, it's not necessarily
Yeah.
incorporating all of the ingredients
And one
that go
man's
into a
10 is
relationship.
another man's 1 and vice versa, right? 'Cause-
Yeah, so the rating system is stupid in general.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
the best example of this is the movie with Jay Baruchel and T.J. Miller. Is she's just not that into you, I think is what it was called, and she was like this drop dead gorgeous blonde lady. He worked as at the airport as a TSA agent, and she left her phone behind her or some shit, and so she's trying to get her phone back, and they meet up, and
Let the hijinks begin.
Yes, I sense hijinks.
she's flirting with him, and he's like, who's she flirting with? She's not flirting with me. She's way out of my league.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a funny movie.
Well, with that attitude,
Yeah, I
she
know,
is.
totally.
It's
Gotta
a
watch
great
that
movie
attitude.
if you've never
It
watched
ended
it.
up she was just racist.
Yeah,
I don't know.
My
I don't
biggest
know.
piece of advice here would be to just be absolutely honest.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I'm really digging you. You're attractive. You're friendly, but
But-
this is fucking
yeah.
turning me off. I mean,
Yeah.
this is,
It's just a bridge too far.
yeah, it's a bridge too far, and I'm not into
Because women
it.
love it when you say stuff like, it's a bridge too far.
I love you, baby, but you're a racist fuck.
Well,
so
we
I'm
don't know.
out.
It could be vice versa gender.
Well, yeah, I
and all
know,
that
but I
stuff.
just wanted to try on my
Yeah.
Suave voice.
Guys love it when you say it's a
Yeah,
bridge
yeah.
too far.
It's a bridge too far.
Do
A
they know?
suspension bridge.
God.
Like Galloping Gertie.
Oh man.
Are you my Gertie?
And that could be the relationship too, right? Galloping Gertie. It
Yeah,
could just
yeah.
implode, right?
You know, the only thing that's holding it together is how attractive the other person is and how good the sex might be.
No.
And then beyond that, they have nothing in common.
No, it could, because the only real thing that holds any human relationship together is trust.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to speak the same language. You don't
Right.
have to even be the same fucking nothing.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to trust each other. You can't be in the same room.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if somebody being a racist and maybe, not being fully honest with themselves about it or with you about it or whatever, whatever it might be, if there's a diminishment of that trust,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the solvent that erodes the fucking deal, dude.
Definitely.
It's
So,
like it's like it's like a guy who's really into like one genre of music, and they find this person and they think they're fantastic until they find out they're into a genre of music that guy doesn't like at all. Like it would
you
be like
can't relate anymore. Or
It'd be like
whatever.
if you're into heavy metal and you meet this hot chick and she's all about Garth Brooks, and like, yeah,
Love me some Garth.
Yeah, I
Brooks.
think didn't Garth Brooks make a metal album or something? Didn't he have
he did a
personality or
face,
something? Yeah.
Chris Gaines,
Gaines,
he did a pop
See?
album.
So yeah, you can always pop it.
Yeah.
I actually, I took my little sister to see. I think we've talked about
Oh,
this
yeah,
before,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I took my little sister to see him, and I absolutely could not stand his music. But I sat through a 90-minute set.
Oh,
I
that's
think for
what
what
love
he
does.
does he is brilliant. It's that really poppy country, that early 90s.
His
That's
stage
fine,
show
right?
is straight up rock and roll.
Yeah,
I will say
his,
that.
his inspiration. I mean, he grew up listening to like Kiss and
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
rock and roll bands.
Did you
And
ever
that was
hear
kinda
his version of? I think it was it was a Kiss song. There's a tribute album called Kiss My Ass, and he has one of the songs on it. And it's
Yeah.
Hard Luck Woman. He does a cover of Hard Luck Woman, which was really good.
Oh, okay.
So-
So you said something good about
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
See?
that's
See?
like the one thing
We're
I
moving
enjoyed
forward,
that he did.
people.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And it's not even my
Mark
favorite
this
Kiss song.
day.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, geez, I hope this person finds
Yeah,
satisfaction and joy. I really do.
I get it. Yeah, I get it if you're in that butterfly stage because you said recently met, so I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
sort of a new relationship. I get it, man. You're just, gaga because of the attractiveness, maybe your personality traits besides the racist thing. I get it, man. And being alone does suck sometimes, but you got to draw the line of where your comfort level is. It's
you
not worth
can't
it.
compromise yourself just because they're attractive.
Yeah.
yeah.
No. You know what? If anybody else has any questions
Well,
for
sure you
us,
can, but that's just. Yeah.
Well, you could. Yeah.
But is it worth it?
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I've spent years in relationships, not be with a racist, obviously, but with somebody that I couldn't stand, but there was other aspects that were cool.
Hey, look,
Whether it
pal,
was-
I'm sitting right here.
whether it was financial stability, whether it was great sex, whether it was, whatever it was, I compromised to stay in that relationship. And keep in mind too that I'm not a big believer in soulmates, right? You're not going to find one person in this world that you are meant to be with, but if you can find somebody that, like Mike said, you can absolutely trust with everything in your life, if you enjoy their company, and there's shared interest there.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be everything that you're into. The other
You have
person.
to have
Probably
you have to have at least one thing you like in common. You can't.
Cats.
You don't have to like everything that they like, but you have to have at least one thing that you both really, really like. I think that's the only way that a relationship will work.
And yeah, I mean,
I had a couple dates with a woman. She was, I guess, she was into me. I don't really know, to be perfectly honest, but. The one thing we kind of had in common was we both like watching movies. We like watching television shows, and she was all about watching the shows that were getting awards. I was into shows that were just interesting to me. So we didn't really have that much in common because there was also a huge age difference between the two of us. And she was nice and everything, but just there wasn't enough there for me to want to continue hanging out.
No.
that's all right, yeah.
That's all right, man.
Because I would venture to say that every human relationship has some type of compromise.
Yeah.
Right? We all decide what words mean.
Right.
We decide what the fuck rules are that we're going to play by, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But there's the deeper, like I think Charles is describing, Todd as well, the deeper compromise of our moral compass.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think it's with the way things are as far as like society and things go, you really can't really want to hang out with someone who has that much difference in your just core beliefs. You can't if you're an atheist, you're not going to be dating a Catholic. It's just not going to fucking work.
Yeah, I don't know. That does happen, right? That really does happen.
It does. Yeah. Jews marry Catholics, and
But how well does that work then? I mean, I don't see how someone with a complete polar opposite in belief systems work with somebody else. Jews and Catholics, I can see there's
because I think they can still recognize the depth of those beliefs, right, and still maintain
I think
trust
there's
and a different type of foundation.
I think there's a lot of similarities between Jews and Catholics. They both hold a lot of guilt.
Bad, but a Muslim and a Catholic.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
Walk into a bar.
I'm just saying, like, the reason why I said an atheist and a Catholic, because Catholics are really like at least the ones I know, really don't like atheists. They think they're the devil incarnate, And I'm like, do you think I'm a devil incarnate? He's like, no.
I guess it depends on the person.
I'm an atheist, and
I know Catholics that are
Sure,
practicing
they're building
Catholics
up.
that don't they don't wear it on their sleeve, and they don't I'm friends with them, so they're not like
Danny Shed.
yeah.
Well, and the thing is like for me, I mean, I grew up around Catholics, and that's the only reason why I even brought that up. But there's a lot of things that happen within Catholicism that just drive me bonkers. I don't really want to deal with, like guilt trips and the martyrism or whatever you would call it, where they're like, I did this for you and this and this and you don't respect me.
Well,
that kind of stuff.
Getting
culture stuff.
Getting touched in the
Well, yeah. I mean,
Rector.
I was, and we weren't. When I was born, my mom left the Catholic Church because I think she was afraid that something might happen to me because
I was just glad I was very ugly as a young person, so and nobody found me attractive at all, including.
I don't think it has to do with attraction. It has to do with the fact that you're that's a small body.
I'm just trying to throw it here.
But I just say, you know what? If it's too much for you, then just see if they adjust. If you say I'm not cool with that. If they don't, then kick tell them to kick rocks.
Yeah, like I was trying to say is I'm in a relationship now that I can 100% be honestly myself with the other person.
Yeah.
Just one doesn't mean there's not compromise, and scheduling and figuring out the other person's needs and all that stuff. But I can 100% be me. I don't have to put on any fake face. I don't have to hold my tongue. All that stuff.
Yeah,
I can, and that's the. I think the pinnacle,
you shouldn't have to do that. That's why it's
but people are complicated. Fucking
well, you shouldn't have to do that. And if you feel like you need to like walk on eggshells around your partner, are you really with the right person?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing, man.
And if they make fun of people because they look different, then they're not a good person.
Yeah. Well, and there's nothing in here that said anything about making fun of. It's like subtle comments and
that's
manners.
true. Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's flinching when somebody comes around. It's like, because isn't it in an office space where he's in his car?
Yeah, and he's listening to gangster rap, and he's like, yo, and he sees a black dude walking up.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the kind
when
of
you're driving down the road
that I
and
imagine.
there's black folks and you roll up your window and lock your door.
They do that shit when I roll by.
Or cross the street
Like, this
when you're
guy.
on
your bike.
You know what's really funny?
Look, I do get a lot of door locks.
Do you really?
Oh, I do.
What's really funny
But
is
remember, I looked like this before it was bad, right?
that whole sequence in Office Space was remade with actual Michael Bolton. He did that bit.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's like, he's in there jamming out to some music and sees the guy walking up. He goes,
oh, my God.
turns the radio way
That-
down. And he's like,
My favorite of that trope or whatever is the Key and Peele, where it's the zombie outbreak, and they're still okay. Oh, my God, it's a killer. So Key and Peele are two dudes of color, if you're not familiar.
Right, yeah. Great
anyway,
show.
yeah, so, zombies in suburbia. Right, so all these white people are undead, and they're like running through, and the zombies in the cars are like locking their doors.
All the zombies.
oh, shit. I think the one thing I remember them doing is Key and Peele were in the music video for White and Nerdy, Weird Al's.
No, were they really?
And he was like, he's trying to like be cool with the guys in the lowriders, and he's walking up and they're locking their doors and rolling up their windows and shit. It's great.
It's awesome because that's, zombie. A lot of the zombie trope is people have like their bodies have mannerisms and memories, like rote memory, right?
Yeah. Muscle memory.
Muscle memory. So black.
That's so fucked up. I really should rewatch Key and Peele. I think it's
pretty good stuff.
It's on
pretty good
Paramount
stuff.
Plus, I think.
I mean, they're bonkers. And there's like, I don't know how many hours a day they were working on set or something, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Did
what I
you-
mean?
did you-
Kind of different clips.
Yeah. I mean,
They're the ones that replaced the Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I don't know. I think it's funny as hell. They make me laugh. I think they're really good comedians.
Key and Peele
And
were
everybody needs
absolutely
to
hilarious.
see Nope. On a completely
Yes. Oh my God,
different. Everybody needs to see Nope.
And Get Out was also very good too. If you've never seen
Yeah.
Get Out.
Oh, no, it's excellent.
Yeah.
But it's a different vein. That's a
yeah.
horror film. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking great horror film.
It is a very
Speaking of.
Is that on anybody's list?
actually.
Hey, well, now that I think about it, it's a good one. It's a good one.
I mean, Todd did like
and I
20.
Nope.
so-
I'm not going to describe Nope because nobody.
I couldn't just pick 5. I was able to stop at 10, thankfully. But
What are we talking about, guys? We're talking about our bonus round this week. We're doing our top 5 best horror movies in our minds.
I'm going to do 10 because I couldn't stop at 5.
Yeah, no worries. Coming up to you, and if you were a subscriber for $3 a month or $30 a year, you would get that content along with other stuff.
Go to
So
ourtownpodcast.com.
get in there, folks.
Do it.
Get in there. All right. Well, I think we've beaten up this person.
Oh, yeah. Geez, I hope.
pretty good. I hope
it
you
all
can
works out.
take this advice, and I hope it helps.
If anybody else wants to ask us questions, you can email us at ourtownpod@gmail.com.
do it.
We're regular people,
Or
by the
you
way.
can
We're
send
not
us a text or
experts
call,
on
leave a
anything.
voicemail.
Not
too.
experts. All I can say is we've got 155 years.
we're all in
between
our
us.
50s.
Like that.
56 years
Oh, it's
between us,
incredible.
including Dirt.
Yeah.
So
He's
I don't know.
He's a
Jeez.
youngin'.
hit us up. We'll help where we can.
Absolutely.
Shoot us an email. Leave us a voicemail. 206-504-3190.
Well done.
Yes. Anybody got anything new or fun or advice? Not advice, but positive things that you've come across?
Saw a really good punk rock show at the Lucky Liquor.
Okay.
It was Zeke.
Oh,
Remember
yes.
Zeke? Oh, yeah.
Damn,
Oh,
I
my
should've
God.
gone
They
to
were
that.
insane. Oh, fuck. It was insane.
Were they playing with anybody?
Yeah, it was, I think, 4 bands total. So Millhouse with Rick. He's a Renton guy. Rick Lionel. He's a local Renton guy. Might have been Hazen, but that still counts.
Hazing guys.
And he's in that band. He's a great drummer. No, it rocked.
I think I saw Zeke in Super Suckers
That sounds
years ago.
I remember their posters being everywhere back in the day.
Dirty
I think
Sanchez.
there was this dude, Rusty, that moved to Seattle kind of late in the game, but he was from Dallas, and he came up, and I was working with him, but he came up specifically because he wanted to be a part of the Seattle scene. But this is like 96, so he
Sure.
kind of like missed out on, not missed out, but
Sure.
he was a huge friggin' Zeke fan, so he talked me into going. I like the Super Suckers. I didn't know much about
Sure.
Zeke at the time,
Yeah.
but it was fucking
Yeah,
bonkers.
no,
Great show.
yeah, they burn it. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Born with a tail.
Yeah, Super Suckers were cool too. Actually.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh yeah, they still pop up once in a while.
Do they?
Yeah.
They still wear their giant fucking cowboy hat.
I don't know. I haven't seen them live.
Yeah.
I've been watching the show Heels, which is a show.
Fictionalized
feet?
pro wrestling thing,
It's about wrestling in like Georgia area,
Yeah.
which is huge. Yeah.
and it stars Stephen Amell, who was the Green Arrow on Arrow. But
Does he get shirtless in every episode?
only when he's wrestling.
Oh,
But
all right,
yeah,
all right. Yeah.
Oh, is he wrestling?
he's a wrestler. in
Because
the show.
the dude's buff.
Yeah, he's fucking ripped. He was ripped for even before he left the show, but
Might have to catch an episode.
it's on Stars.
Okay. I don't have stars anymore.
You know, you can probably, if you have some time, you can do like a trial for like a week and then.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a good show. I mean, if you like wrestling, you'll dig it because it doesn't have any known people in it. They reference a lot of known wrestlers because it takes place, I think, I want to say it takes place in current times, but there's some flashback sequences too. But yeah, it's a good show.
Okay.
Another one that just came back for another season was Tacoma FD,
Oh yeah, what's the
Broken Lizard.
Naked Lizard? Oh yeah, Broken Lizard.
Yeah, you know the guys who did Super Troopers.
Oh yeah. Which I don't know. And anybody, I think Super Troopers kind of their crowning achievement, right?
Dude, that was
'Cause
so
it's one of
funny.
the. I mean,
Oh, you
it's,
can't pull over any
oh,
further.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's got Linda Carter.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
got it all.
Tacoma FD. It's on its. I think it's fourth season. Shit.
Is there stuff improvised, or is that written out?
I think most of it's written out.
Yeah.
There might be some improv in there. Yeah, it's a
they're
funny fucking show. It takes place in Tacoma. And
Are they actually
Do they
filming
actually
it down?
film
there?
No, it's filmed in L.A., but it's supposed to be Tacoma. They reference Seattle and all the neighborhoods in between Seattle and Tacoma, and you know, they even
For Federal Way. Federal Way's dead.
they
Yeah,
actually
no,
have
no.
mentioned
Did they?
Federal Way,
Oh.
but no. And the thing is, which is great, they found somebody who lives in the area locally because they've said names properly.
Oh, good.
They said Puyallup, they said it properly. So yeah,
I prefer just Yollop.
Yeah.
I give up the PU and just call it Yollop.
and
Yallop.
And
Yeah.
there's a new season of Futurama on Hulu. It's only got like 8 episodes so far.
Nice. Yeah, I watched a cool documentary on Netflix called Poisoned. Have you seen that? It's
No.
about the food industry, and it was didn't know much about it. We started watching it, and at first they started talking about an E. coli, and I looked at the wife, and I was like, "Oh, they're going to talk about Jack in the Box in Seattle
Oh, yeah.
back in the early '90s." And
And
sure enough,
Walla, yeah.
Yeah. So they talk about food processing and just, the bullshit around processed food, and it'll really make you look at, where our processed shit comes from, cleaning the cans. Like there was a peanut butter manufacturer in Georgia that just did not give a shit about the care of their product. So they had like internal emails from people saying, hey, there's like this whole shipment got left behind and it's got rat shit all over it. And they're like, yeah, ship it. no problem. Not
Yeah,
taking
yeah, yeah.
just weird shit. But the E. coli, and remember when spinach was getting all the E.
But that was
coli
because the
breakout?
pickers don't have bathrooms, right?
Well, no, it was actually the thought is that they don't have regulations down. All that spinach and stuff is grown. All those greens are grown in a certain spot in California, and there's a bunch of cow dairy farms and stuff like in between. So the cows are shitting, and the runoff is going into the streams, and they're using the streams to water the lettuce. And
So it's not brown
romaine.
people that are working
Yeah.
20 hours a day?
Well, I mean, it could be some of that too.
I mean,
but,
I
you
love
know.
pooping on spinach. If you guys
Makes
haven't
it grow
tried
greener.
it, I mean, it's making a bucket list item.
Yeah, yeah, but it's a fascinating tale, and it really will make you. And the takeaway is people are like, the experts, I will not eat romaine lettuce ever again. I will not eat the boxed stuff. The boxed salad.
Sure. Yeah.
The stuff that comes in the mix.
Yeah.
Because it's like 50
It's just-
different heads
yeah.
of whatever all mixed together.
it out,
You don't
yeah.
have,
Oh, man. Well, we should.
Well, I'm going to stop eating those kinds of salads too because that's gross.
Yeah, man. Or you can
salad.
wash it at home.
Or you can wash it.
None of these things are become systemic in the plant.
Right.
Pesticides can.
Right.
Right. But Roundup sure does.
Yeah.
Right. But if you get organic produce, it doesn't have Roundup and no systemic poisons. So you can wash that shit off. That's why God made colanders,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like, but we
Definitely
should also grow
recommend-
our own food.
Yes.
If you have any way to do so, anybody out there in the listening world, if you can grow any of your own,
any of your own.
Do it.
Grow
You will
some
not regret
carrots,
it.
man. They're easy to grow.
yeah, potatoes are
Potatoes,
super
ugh.
easy. Super easy. Onions
Did
are
you
pretty
know
fucking
that
easy.
you could live off of mashed potatoes? And mashed potatoes, if you do it with milk and butter, have every nutrient your body needs.
I believe they
every
call that
vitamin.
college.
I'm talking about real mashed
Oh
potatoes.
yeah, no,
bro.
I love mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I love potatoes in general,
Potatoes are great.
and I have grown my own pretty successfully.
Yeah?
even I only get Eastern morning sun.
Yeah.
but I can still get potatoes.
Yeah, because they're hearty fucking
Yeah,
roots.
you just have to find something that'll work where the sun you have, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just last note there is just wash all your containers. Soda
Sure.
cans,
Yep, there is that.
cans of soup, whatever you're eating, if it's processed or even if it just comes out of the ground, wash that fucker.
Yeah, because we have clean water.
Yes.
Why wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Right?
Why
It's like,
wouldn't you?
because then you're mad because you have chlorine in your water or whatever. It's like, but for the amount of water that's left on your lettuce and shit, I'm telling you. it's
I
a
don't
good
want
idea.
fluoride on
No.
my
Or you could
salad.
just-
I was going to
dip
say
everything
I was going to say
in vinegar.
fluoride because I have a couple siblings who are all about those conspiracy theories about fluoride in the water and it's making you dumb and stuff.
Yeah. It done made me dumb, Paul. Like, Paul!
I get my water straight out the pond.
Which, and God bless, right? But there's also something to be said for like the bacteriological and critters that live in still water. It's a fucking fact, dude.
Yep.
It's a fact. And coming from probably the one out of the three of us who've had like dysentery and giardia
At the same time.
do not recommend. That's not even, if you could not give it any stars, it's a 0 star. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's a terrible way to die.
When I lived at my uncle's house, we were on a well. So, and he had a filtration system, but he never remembered to replace the rock
Sure.
salt and stuff. So I just got one of those ones you can
Like a Brita.
Brita
or whatever.
filter
Sure.
pitcher. I got one of the ones that has a little tap on it. You can like at a bar or
Sure,
something.
yeah.
And you stick the thing inside the fridge so it stays nice and cold. But I had left that behind. I was like, if he doesn't actually change the filters,
At least for drinking water. Like, I don't know if you need a whole house filter, especially on a well, but for like a shower or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess, but a tiny bit
Because,
gets in your mouth.
dude,
I don't think you're going to keel over. Right.
The shower.
Improbable.
Oh my god, dude! So the first time I walked into the bathroom, the tub in the shower was like this amber color. I was
Oh.
like, that's a weird color. It's like, did it come that way? It's like, no, that's caused by the water because it was the bathtub and everything was white when
Yeah,
we first
some
built the
whatever
house.
mineral that is in there.
It's like
right? Yeah.
it's like iron or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If the mineral count is that high, you might want to run it through something, right? I got the gout.
Iron Man.
yeah. Because I mean, it just makes more of your body
I
to work
don't miss
through, right?
I don't miss that water because it was just it made every time I showered I felt gross afterwards.
Yeah, what are the gravity ones? Because I've got a reverse osmosis for my drinking water, right? And I just fill a pitcher and blah, blah, blah. But The Berkey ones, Berkey or whatever. They're gravity fed, but they remove fluoride. They remove fucking
the
metals,
Brita
radioactive
ones
dog
were
shit.
great.
They take
Just a charcoal kind of.
yeah.
No, those must be a ceramic filter
That's
of
like
some
what
kind.
Brita-
That's what Brita does.
Brita's
Is
a
the charcoal,
three-phase.
and then, the
but
thing
but
is,
that's not going to remove anything. Dead.
No.
I discovered you can buy like a pack of 6 of those Brita filters for like $50 at Walmart.
Sure.
So I mean, I'd buy them, and then that would be good for like 5 or 6 months. Each filter is good for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
So
What Zoidberg uses.
Zoidberg, yeah.
All right. Well, I got a quote from Mr. Horror himself, Stephen King, in honor of our bonus round.
yeah.
Did you say Mr. Whore?
Stephen King is what I
Horror?
said. The horror man himself. I'm sure some of us have some Stephen King on their dealy bob. Yeah.
No. Who's in the middle?
It's a character from the show called The It Crowd, which what that is a spoof on that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tim
no, I
Curry,
don't know.
we miss
Oh,
you.
yeah.
And
It scared
he's
me. The
still
book
alive.
scared me.
I thought Tim Curry died.
No, he had a stroke. He's not dead.
looking pretty bad.
Okay, sorry, Tim. Still love you, buddy. And I don't know if this is, I think this might have been from one of his books, but the mind can calculate, but the spirit yearns, and the heart wants what the heart wants.
Sounds like something from one of his books.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about that with our advice person.
which
I
is-
get it. The heart wants what the heart wants, man, but yeah,
But we also have lives.
Yes, we
right?
do.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
You
Hallmark.
can't compromise
Right.
your
Right.
soul for something that's shiny in the moment.
And if you can't trust somebody, what happens when you have a medical emergency? Right? You know what I mean? It's
are they
like,
going to stick
trust
around, or
is
are they
the
going
thing,
to take off?
Right?
Yeah.
Trust is paramount.
I had an ex-girlfriend. She got mad at me for lying in bed when I had the flu. I was like,
How dare you?
I was like, why are you sleeping still? Is it because I'm fucking sick?
All right, and then also have this quote, which I just thought was funny, from Mr. Stephen King himself. People think that I must be a very strange person. This is not correct. I have the heart of a small boy. It's in a glass jar on my desk.
Nice. Oh, what a guy. I wonder how many books that guy sold.
God damn.
500
Millions. Millions.
I don't know, maybe not.
Billions even.
I don't know. What's it take to get to the best, just to be the best seller
I really
for the
have no
month?
idea.
I don't know. It's millions.
Yeah.
It's
I'm sure it'll happen when we do our tell-all, our town memoir.
Yeah. It'll be autographed and
And then Derp and
And a whole section of why we kicked Todd out.
Oh, not yet.
no Derp and
Not
Adrian
yet.
Barbeau.
We're gonna keep Dirt. We're gonna get rid of me.
Derp and Jane Mansfield.
Oh my god! When we're done here, maybe we can do some photos with him. I'll
Yeah.
prop him up and
Derp and Janet Jackson.
we can make some more promo photos.
That's Miss Jackson.
Yes, it is. God
Ms.
bless.
Jackson.
Ms. Jackson, if you're nasty,
All right, guys. Anything else? Last minute thing?
You'll want to subscribe to the members only, because I have 10.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's gonna be
Todd's
epic.
overachieving tonight.
Epic.
I couldn't whittle it down to 5. And I tried.
I'm with you. It's a great topic. So, all right, guys. Well, for this week, thank you
Nice.
for joining us.
Yes, thank
we
you.
appreciate
Thank
you
you,
being
thank you,
here
thank
from
you.
around the world.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
We should start targeting and try to get one person from every UN.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do that.
The thing
By
is,
the time
it
we're
tells
through
me-
with, they're all gone.
And keep in mind, the statistics I'm pulling from are from Spotify only.
Okay.
It doesn't.
So that doesn't include the
YouTube.
majority of.
I mean, it shows where people are listening from, like from an iPhone or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's all from the Spotify app.
Fascinating.
But that's a location. That's a locator thing, not a.
I mean,
I don't know. I think it's fascinating.
it
and wonderful. So thank you.
it shows countries, state, city.
Neighborhoods.
It doesn't go any further than city though.
Street address.
Yeah.
No, I mean, because I could. Right now, I mean, here, take a look. I mean,
Yeah.
you can see.
Oh.
And then,
Geez, I think.
and then if you tap on that, it can tell you what apps are using too.
No. Geez,
All
cool.
around the world.
Yeah, it's all Linux. No, it's not. Jeez, that's wonderful. That's really.
Shows
I'm glad they're keeping all that
iPhone,
data
Android,
anyway.
Mac, and then on the app.
India, nice. We got people in India. I love that joint.
Yeah, India,
South Africa,
UK.
stoked because we were talking about Stephen Biko, righteous.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Came up.
Poland,
And then
or Finland.
and then it shows us,
Jeez.
you know,
What
gender.
do we have? Oh, it's pretty split.
It is pretty
even.
split. That's.
I
nice.
mean, for a while
Yeah.
there, it was mostly dudes, but
I
then-
would have thought mostly males. Just
Well,
just
I
the-
mean-
the age, and keep in mind this is all for Spotify, and this isn't including like all the other apps that people listen to us from.
No.
But it shows
Does
us the
Spotify
age.
know how old I am?
And, well, if you have an account, then you put in that shit. So
All right.
yeah.
I wonder if I did.
Yeah, you specify your gender and everything else when you set up an account, so it can tell what groups of people are like men and women,
Jeez, that's
and
great.
other, and then it shows like age groups. You can see like the groups of, you know,
wow. Wow, that's
and it
pretty
also shows you if
fascinating.
they're male or female or whatever.
So we can start targeting like Rogaine and
Yeah. So, well, that's why they keep that
Ben
data for
Gay.
the advertisers. That ain't for us. We just happen to be enjoying the moment. But,
Right, yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah.
no, that's for commerce, dude. They don't. They don't give
We can also see like the episodes that are doing well.
But if that commerce actually sends us money, then thank you, Spotify. Analytics. Jeez. Can't spell analytics without.
Anal.
Oh, it's gone. I like the. Oh no, that's just showing the top. So what's the top episode right now?
The pilot episode is the one that
It
has the most,
is?
Well, probably because more listeners because it's been out so long. Maybe.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it still on our episode? Are we still recording?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Still,
all right.
still
We
going.
haven't totally said goodbye yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, jeez.
Well, we're going to dive into analytics here, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
yeah.
but come back
that's
for
my
the
fault.
bonus round.
I mean, well,
for
it is.
sure.
That's good TV. It is. That's the nuts and bolts.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.